One doesn't have to try to enter the present moment. You don't have to put any effort into being present. In fact, if you try, then you lose it. If you make effort into being present, and this is sometimes what happens when people attempt to meditate, the more they try, the further they go from their essential nature. Contemplation is a better method for just recognizing what is happening, despite you, not because of you. So, the effortless being, the awareness that is already there, doesn't need help from you. In fact, any effort on your part to find it or bring it into being will simply take you further into the personalized realm of thinking and thought. It's really very simple. It's what's happening now. It doesn't require any help from you. It doesn't recognize you. It doesn't recognize the individual self, the personalized realm of being, because it is impersonal, ever present. It is presence. Not only is it presence, I'm speaking about it as though it's something separate from you. It actually is what you are. You are that thou art. And that presence exists more poignantly, more obviously in the spaces and the silences between the words. It's here, but it's there as well. It's what underlines, underpins, or infuses being itself. Existence is that. And that existence is the same here as it is there. This is the monistic metaphysical position. When we intellectualize it, all is one. Advaita Vedanta, non-duality, is again an intellectual idea trying to point to this effortless sense of being present or presence. There are no enlightened beings. There is only enlightened being. There is no freedom for the self. There is only freedom from the self. And so that is liberation. Liberation from the constraints of trying, doing. The Tao Te Ching points to effortless being, effortless awareness, but it also points to effortless action. Non-doing, practice non-doing. It just means contemplate on your essential nature, and then actions will follow. And so we find ourselves in pure presence, and then when there's a call for action, we act. Right action is simply letting go of the constraints of the individual that imposes shoulds and shouldn'ts on what is already unfolding. You can't make a mistake when the egoic self is seen through, and effortless being is allowed to manifest naturally through you. This is going home. This is finding your essential nature. And it is a restful place, a place of peace, serenity, stillness, and simplicity. A simplicity of thought, simplicity of action. And when you're listening to somebody, you're actually listening to what is happening, what you're listening to the words. They're not being filtered through a constructed ego that needs to make sure that there is a clear understanding of what is expected on my behalf and what I'm expecting of you. All that role play, surface level drama of different egos trying to find common ground disappears, and you're simply back with pure presence. And this is what listening is about. Listening is actually not a skill, it's just falling back into one's essential nature and then being at peace with that, and then you're at peace with what is unfolding, and you can be that open space for other people, and they'll respond in a way that might surprise you because they also are that open space. They are that effortless awareness. And when they realize that the normal surface level drama, role play isn't happening, that can only happen if it happens on both sides and there's a mutual understanding of this is the way we're going to interact. But if that isn't happening at this side, then it isn't fed at their side. So if there's simple, open presence and awareness here, and an openness and vulnerability to hearing what is happening from you, then that changes the dynamic. And the other person then can't help but join you in that presence. It might take a little time. It might happen quickly, but that's fine, because time is an illusion anyway, and here there's nothing but eternal present moment experiencing. It's very simple. And so there's no forcing of anything. There's no needs or wishes to impart any teachings or understandings, nor expectations of other to understand or to follow one's lead. You are simply open to the present moment and in harmony with the way. And you are that way. And the personalized self, with its idiosyncrasies and its personality and its likes and dislikes, carries on playing out, of course, but it doesn't grip you in the same way. You're not defined by that, so you can have a wry smile at watching it, being aware of it, but you're not taken away by it or defined by it. And so presence, or the transpersonal self, or pure conscious awareness, effortless being, these are all placeholder words that don't really touch the reality. The truth that can be told is not the eternal truth. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. We only have words. But the truth is behind the words, in the silences between them.